Hey Leute und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge von The Kommentiert. Jawohl, ich sollte nicht alles immer in den Mund nehmen, was auf dem Boden liegt. Das habe ich in der letzten Folge mit unserem Louis. Ja, da kratzt er sich den Hinterkopf auf wunderschöne Art und Weise gelernt. Ihm ging es danach nicht mehr so gut. Deswegen musste ich was musste ich benutzen? Ein Bernstein? Ich glaube, irgendwas so in der Art. Und wir sind eigentlich immer noch auf dem Weg, bis in die Räume unserer Mitbewohner zu durchsuchen. Wir konnten jetzt nur bei Elisabeth, die Arme, die nicht gerade nett behandelt wurde und wir daneben standen. Kommen wir denn hier rein? Nope. Dann würde ich mal sagen, mache ich ein bisschen schneller. Begib dich in den roten Saal im Erdgeschoss. Da wollten wir eigentlich hin. Erdsternchen. Das war, glaube ich... Ich muss mich mit diesen ganzen Steinchen irgendwie noch abfinden. Erdsteinchen war, wo wir die Immunität und die Schwächen finden. Oder besser gesagt, sehen, nicht finden. Kuchen. Ich bin kein Kuchenfan, aber der sieht lecker aus. So, dann würde ich sagen, wir können hier wahrscheinlich runter, oder? Ja, wir kommen hier runter.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault, too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Home.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
How's your eye?
I've had worse.
Please accept my apologies. If I'd stepped in sooner, you wouldn't have gotten that.
My eye's nothing. Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
My mother came here to do business with Lord Mortimer, but she seems to have gone missing. So I'm here to find her.
I know your mother very well.
If I understand rightly, you share a common past?
Are you saying I've made it all up? You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated. And next you're gonna tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse your mother inflicted on me.
Wait. There must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
You're right. I don't want this conversation to turn into an interrogation. You've suffered enough already. I respect your silence. Please excuse me.
Well, thank you.
Oh, Gottes Willen.
I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they? Haven't you got a sister?
Yes.
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
She's the only one who cares about me. I would have put an end to it all by now if it weren't for her. Since you insist, tell you how I met your mother.
Thanks for trusting me.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's coming for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
Kann einen wirklich leid tun. So. Sie ist gerade da reingegangen. Wir müssen aber da hinten hin. Vielleicht hätte ich bei Washington ihnen das glauben sollen, dass er also seine These akzeptieren. Dass das meine Mutter getan hat. Dann hätten wir vielleicht auch anders reagiert.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service, day and night, sir.
I would like to speak about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Do please excuse me, sir, but I shall make no comment about my master. Is there anything else that sir would like to know?
What can you tell me about the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps sir would like to know something else?
Dich werde ich noch bekommen.
What is outside on the island exactly?
Lord Mortimer has made a point of keeping the main part of the island in its natural state, sir. For security reasons, only the wharves and the gardens are accessible to guests. If sir would like to walk along the wharves, he has only to follow the pathway used upon his arrival. If he would like to walk in the interior gardens of the manor, I would advise sir to pass through the portrait gallery. May I help sir in any other way?
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
Oh! Was ist unten? Unten ist Honig, oder? Erdstein ist rechts. Bernstein ist, glaube ich... Was ist was? Ich bin echt gerade verwirrt. Ich muss gerade kurz überlegen. Bernstein, oder?
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
Ich brauche die Punkte. Was ist mit Buch?
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir, and I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Komm, ich möchte...
What's
Nein!
that book you're hiding in your jacket?
Oh,
The
Joystick.
Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir, and I am...
Nein, das wollte ich nicht machen. Ich wollte
Hand it to
vorspielen.
me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Ich möchte keine Punkte jetzt gerade ausgeben. Die brauchen wir vielleicht jetzt für diesen Raum da hinten. Deswegen würde ich sagen, laufen wir jetzt einfach hin und wir geben uns hier hin.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Please, feel at home.
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the King's table.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mentioning that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
Oh dear.
My lord, I only know the prestige of your name. Might I have the honor of getting to know you a little better?
You are Monsieur
Louis Moras de Richet.
de Richet. De Richet. A name with a nobiliary particle. Are you descended from a noble line?
The presence of a particle does not necessarily mean a person belongs to the nobility, nor does it prevent the observance of the rules of etiquette, Monsieur von Bonner.
My friend.
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
He's certainly well connected and in high places.
Surprising. No one appears to know him.
No one knows me, and yet here I am.
Quite so.
Monsieur de Richet, it would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
Ich will essen. Kann man da runterspringen?
It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
Absolutely. 50,000 louis d'or in hard cash.
The offer I'm talking about was for only 20,000 louis d'or, Monsieur de Richet.
Oh, ihr könnt mich mal.
You really have no idea about our agreement. So, you're wasting my time. I need to work with people I can have confidence in, sir.
The exact numbers may have escaped me. I suggest you wait for my mother's return in order to manage such details.
I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
Ach du Kacke.
I think what France is lacking today is a truly strong leader ready to govern her. Someone who will restore her luster, who will propel her forward so once again she becomes a proud nation respected by all. A man capable of both rebuilding the country from the inside and, at the same time, developing exterior relations. Someone with a vision, I think. The right person still remains to be found.
You're right, my friend.
Oh,
I
God.
hear your words, and I agree. Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering you this humble little gift.
Reflections on the Revolution in France. Monsieur Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I, too, am delighted to have met you.
Ach du Heilige
My friends,
Scheiße.
I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is eminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Ganz ehrlich, ich habe die ganzen Schwächen und Stärken der Leuten schon wieder vergessen. Aber egal. Ohne Erfolg. Okay, das eine Teil haben wir vergeigt. Das Zimmer haben wir Gott sei Dank durchsucht von Elizabeth. Napoleons Zimmer durchsuchen können? Aber da war ich doch, oder? Ich kann doch da nicht rein. Naja, egal. Wir haben... Oh, Psychologie hat sich selbst gelevelt. Belesenheit wäre ja auch... Etikette. Wir brauchen eigentlich von jedem Teil etwas. Etikette, du weißt stets, in welcher gesellschaftlichen Situation welches Verhalten gefragt ist, auch sehr nützlich für Komplimente und versteckte Beleidigungen. Ich glaube, das sollten wir machen, damit wir einigermaßen nachvollziehen können, wenn wir wieder so ein Essen haben, worum es eigentlich geht in diesen Gesprächen. Du kennst dich auf dem Parkett der Geopolitik bestens aus. Die Interesse der Länder und ihre... Da sollten wir vielleicht auch noch einen Punkt reinhauen. Das werde ich, glaube ich, auch machen. Dann haben wir da schon mal einen Punkt. Ich level irgendwie... Ich hätte vielleicht doch eher einer von den beiden nehmen sollen. Dann hätten wir bei den anderen Sachen doof ausgesehen. Egal, ich würde sagen, ich mache weiter.
All right, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Manuskript. Etikette. Etikette haben wir, glaube ich, gelevelt. Politik. Ich glaube, ich werde Politik lesen. Das können wir ja später machen. Und ihr Lieben, ich würde sagen, ich werde hier einen kleinen Ausblick machen. Ja, kleinen Cut machen. Ich bedanke mich fürs Zusehen und bis zur nächsten Folge. Ciao, ciao.